Alright, I don't know how we're gonna hope to compete with something as exciting as Fred Must Paint the Wall, but we're gonna try. So
someone has to.
Flintstones Dino Lost in Bedrock, or I guess Flintstones Dino Lost in Bedrock, is a DOS game made by Softy of Corporate Fraud Frame and published by High Tech Expressions in 1990. As for why it's in this marathon, I'm just going to let the game speak for itself, but I'll say a few things before we start the run. First, a few people have told me that watching this game makes them physically sick. If that's you, then it's not worth it. Just come back later when the stream is not playing a game that makes you ill. Two, this run is extremely hard, and the game doesn't have continues. So if I play perfectly, we'll be way underestimate, but if not, then I'll be relying on save states, and it could be a real mess. Finally, this is a bee-friendly run. There's going to be lots of bees, and hopefully we're not going to have to kill any of them. So just post your Pride Pogs and Pride Woos in the chat whenever we encounter a bee. During the run, I'll be focusing on not dying, so Mythical 9 will be commentating, and I'll be yelling frantically. With that, take it away, Myth. Oh, we get to hear the beautiful intro.
Yeah, this is I mean, you heard that tune playing the whole run in the previous run from Brosentia. Not so much with this game. It is much more silent for most of it. And we're off. We're in the first level. It's the downtown Bedrock, where the screen gets really flickery when you get too far ahead of it, which happens when you start to crawl on these rocks. We're taking the low route here because it's faster. And then we're going to come up on the first boss. We're going to throw this egg at this elephant and then hit it with a rock. This is something you sort of need to do if you want to defeat the boss. You can also pacify the boss by putting an item into its nest or collection of eggs and coconuts, whatever that is. Or if you're playing a different category that isn't the all bosses category, you could try to just run through it and its hitbox just might not exist. So that's not a fun way to play the game. It's super RNG heavy. The pterodactyl collision just wasn't there.
That's never happened before.
It is necessary
the
to
pterodactyl should like just be there for you, but I guess
that's fantastic. See, this is the thing. We did some practice runs, and some of them were kind of too good. You almost beat your PB during practice, and that's no good, because then you don't see all the horrible things that make a game bad, right? So it's nice to see Fred just clearly clip directly through a pterodactyl.
I mean, with this game, you do kind of at least get to see the primary thing that makes the game bad. Which is that you like can't see anything.
You can see Fred just jump into the background, so you can see they're kind of doing a cheat where the upper plane is being used as a background here. We need to take a sort of wandering path through this level because there's quicksand in the water that will just kill you instantly. You can't tell it's there. It looks identical to everything else around it. You just gotta walk into it and find out that it's there. It's just that kind of game. We're on to the fourth level now. Last Stickum Tar Pit is the hardest level in the game. There are all these jumps, and you can see the jumps are so slow, and they're committed. Once you're in the air, you're stuck doing your thing. So a random pterodactyl spawn can show up at basically any moment during these jumps, and particularly during this vine. We'll see how this goes. Okay. And now we're going to try to go for this bee and turtle skip. This is a sequence of jumps that, if spaced out and timed correctly, will get you past the bees unharmed until they vanish into thin air for some reason. They just kind of despawn. I don't know. Don't ask questions. Bees do as they're going to do as we get to this boss fight against the Stegosaurus. Now, you might be wondering why you have to go all the way to the side of the screen and then throw the rock and then go all the way back and get another rock. Fred will auto-aim onto targets, and the tail is a target here, and it doesn't take damage. So if you want to land these hits on the head, you got to get really nice and close. Little turtle waiting right at the end of the stage. If you look in the bottom left corner of the screen, yeah, watch out for those. Gotta be careful. There's an energy meter, and the energy meter drains over time. There's not really any good ways to refill it. So we're just going to take a death and get a free refill. You only have, you know, so many days, which are your lives in this game. So if you take an unplanned death, which is just so easy to happen, your energy route gets off and you got to improvise a little bit. So it can get pretty scary. So far, everything is going exactly as planned, for better or worse.
Yeah, this run is looking really good.
It's a shame. It's a shame how much that they're not going to see. So we'll see if the game is going to show it to them as we move out of Sabertooth Jungle and into Petrified Stone National Park. This is not a level where I expect to see something horrible to happen. It's fairly straightforward. You just kind of want to figure out where you want to go low and where you want to go high. We're going to transition up to the top route here, avoiding having to jump over this rock at the bottom of the screen. You might think just walk over it, but Fred will automatically trip over any rock on the ground, and he will be stunned for no joke between something like 7 and 15 seconds on the ground. Go ahead and just look at the timer on the screen and just try to soak in how long 15 seconds of non-gameplay really is. That's if you're lucky. That's if there's not like a hole on the other side of the rock. Brontosaurus defeated. Level 6 defeated. We're on to Soggy Glade Swamp. Another water level, so a lot of...
Oh no, watch out for this.
There it is. Random pterodactyl spawn. You just gotta hope it's not there when you're in a vulnerable state. There's really not much to be done about it. There's still 2 days left, and it's okay because this was also like a refill of your energy. So, yeah. Do you think you could get all the way to the end of the game on this amount of energy?
I probably can, yeah.
Okay, so it might not even be all that costly.
Yeah, that's actually one of the nice things is that, like, oh no, I hit his tail. Sorry, I should just focus on playing the game.
You do have to get really close in order to avoid that tail, huh? Okay, there are only 2 more levels left. Next is STONEBAD Cavern. I love this little teeny Source Rex that runs out and doesn't seem to do anything. When it touches the water, it just dies. So, thankfully, it sort of checks for that water collision before it checks for Fred collision. Another mysterious despawning bee. There's a little sequence at the end of this stage that's a little bit tricky here.
Oh no. Watch out for those.
Oh, that was it.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't see it. No one saw anything.
Oh no! Okay, so we need that egg. There's literally no other way to defeat this boss. So, oh no, I got... It was all going so well.
By the turtle. He edge guarded you.
Yeah, let's see, so...
We'll find the save state. Right. Meanwhile, I'll tell everyone why you need the egg to get past the boss. There's not enough rocks there to defeat the boss. There's just less ammo than it has health. So you have to have figured out this sort of bizarre pacification part of the game that it doesn't indicate to you at all is a thing, by the way.
Yeah, the only other video that I've seen of someone beating this game showed that they knew how to defeat the first couple bosses because you can just throw rocks at them, but like some of the later bosses, like the Stegosaurus, figuring out that it has 2 hitboxes, like the video that I saw was just like them walking through the boss, and yeah.
I'm hoping they don't die. Alright, we're on to the final level.
Gotta take an intentional death there.
Yep, refilling our energy. 20 energy or whatever was not enough. We're hoping for good luck that this coconut comes to us. It's just hiding up in a tree. Random pterodactyls while you fight another Stegosaurus. Ooh, good reaction there. I think that probably would not have gone well if you had jumped up right away.
Oh no. Yeah, part of the problem with this boss is that you have to be in a very specific position to hit the boss. And so if the pterodactyls, like the worst thing that can happen to you is if the pterodactyls spawn while you're throwing your rock at the boss, and then they'll eat your rock hit, and then you'll jump into the boss thinking that the boss is dead, and then you'll just die instantly.
Yeah, of course, you can see like the boss is still animating after it's dead too, right? Like there's no feedback that you're doing damage. There's sometimes no feedback that the boss is dead. 4 hits this time for our long-necked green friend here, whatever you call it. And we're getting to the final boss fight. You're not going to see the final boss. It's going to be off-screen while we throw 6 rocks at its head. But you'll see it for a little bit after we defeat it, after it goes to sleep. I guess the T-Rex kidnapped Dino. I don't know what the story was. There he is, and there's Dino, and that's it.
That's time.
Yabba dabba do.
Yeah. So I think this is one of those things where like once you get your eyes kind of adjusted to the sprite flickering and like all the like weird visual tearing and all the horrible things that are going on in the graphics of this game is actually pretty fun to speedrun.
Just to speedrun, I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not to play casually. Like, oh, it's so horrible. No. But the watch out, like the watch out for the screen is the thing that keeps you coming back casually, because the game is just trolling you. There's so many like when you play this game casually, there's so many things that just, oh my god. Like sometimes when you jump into the trees, some of the trees have spiders in them that will kill you. A lot of the rocks in this run, it looks like you can like pick up some rocks and then like save time later because you can keep the rock, but like most of the rocks in this game will just instantly kill you, either by causing an avalanche or maybe there's like a poisonous ant under there that will kill you.
Kaizo ants.
The Kaizo ants, yeah. This is a great video game. And if you're looking for something to speedrun, I would recommend this game. This game is quite a bit of fun. Oh yeah, don't play the Jetsons game. I saw someone talk about the Jetsons game in chat. Never touch Jetsons for DOS. It's made with the same, I don't know if game engine is really a word that I want to use associated with what's going on in this game, but some of the same things happen in that game, but that game has like invisible walls and like the bosses just like kill you randomly. Your allies just kill you randomly. Oh my god, it's no good. All right,
that's gonna do it for us.
That's Flintstones for DOS.
Big Bad Game-a-thon for having us. Everyone for watching.